Hey everybody, Picky Gamer here, and yeah, I'm doing a little bit more uh, play and talk. I've been seeing some early PS4 Pro reviews here in just a second. Um, and this is not going to be a bash toward Sony. This is not going to be a bash toward the PS4 Pro. I said some earlier comments about this thing. It's kind of weird. I don't support the whole in between half console cycle upgrades. That's why I'm now playing more on computer, and I hope to get me an upgrade here soon for my computer. And I'm playing. Here's the thing. I read CNET, so IGN, Wall Street Journal, Eurogamer, which has a Digital Founders, and really to go all together. And also CNET did a little something. They had two 4K TVs side by side. The improvements are okay. It's noticeable it's noticeable, but if you don't have the right TV, you're not going to notice that much, at least right now. And I want to preface this to where, for somebody starts, you want to immediately thumbs down this video and say, well, you just don't get it, it's going to get better. That I'm going to get to that, like, well, they're not going to be right now. It's not going to be that good. We got Horizon Zero Dawn, which I think they are going to have a mode that really takes advantage of PS4 Pro, but that's the rub that I want to discuss real quick. Is that everybody says, well, you might even say, oh, they're going to make a PS4 Pro version of something. They can't make a Pro version that's only Pro. Remember that. Sony and Microsoft have both said, oh shit, I can't hear anything. I do mute these games so I don't have this funky sound. I like to make it to where I don't maybe not get copyright strikes, which Left 4 Dead wouldn't give me a copyright strike, but also to make sure you guys can hear me talk and everything. But basically, they're not. Sony and Microsoft said that they're not going to make games that only work for the Scorpio, the Pro. Period. So the rub is, unless there's a patch for a game on the Pro or the Scorpio that works, that gives you that extra oomph, you're not going to see it. And the early ones, even the Call of Duty, they're showing on CNET, they're like, Call of Duty was like, hey, we didn't see hardly much difference. I mean, now I think Digital Foundry said a little bit different. I mean, I guess it's opinions, and it could be your TV, but that's the thing about it. You got to have the right 4K TV, the right display. This is a console. It doesn't matter it's $400 console. It's a console. A lot of people may not upgrade to 4K. I don't have 4K. I don't care for 4K right now. If I got another one, a TV here, which I need to kind of replace that other one soon, sometime this next year, I'm going to get one probably if it's cheap enough and future-proof. I probably am. But it's not for 4K, it's just a future-proof. But I'll probably get one that won't have all the bells and whistles that the PS4 Pro or even the freaking Scorpio take advantage of. And, what if a company is small enough that makes a game? I mean, Valve here, they made Left 4 Dead 3, which, yeah, we're not going to, they can't count the 3. But what about a smaller studio that makes a really good game series that can't spend all the time to upgrade, and all they do is make a patch, which I think they're required to make a patch to up it, and all it does is render in 4K and give HDR support, and that's it. That's all you have. So you spent, if you were a PS4 player, and you upgrade to the Pro, all you're doing is rendering your games in 4K or upscaling to 4K, depending on what. Because not every developer is going to make a version. They don't have the money. The next Call of Duty and Battlefield, when they show Battlefield with HDR and everything, they say it looks fantastic. It still looks great, but there will be a huge difference. I mean, there will be a huge difference. And really, it's the HDR. Everybody keeps saying, oh, the HDR makes the difference. It's really the colors. Yeah, it's rendered up in 4K or upscaled, really. They're upscaled in 4K, but it's the HDR. So I really like the CNET. Watch the CNET review, because they're like, look, we got two TVs side by side here, and when the HDR is turned on, then you see the difference. Usually. I mean, there's some differences, and there's better frame rate and shit like that, of course. You're talking about 4.2 and I know I had to say teraflops here. I said, oh, look at that. Get in here, you old bastard. God, stupid bots. What am I trying to say? Oh, you know, I'm going to say teraflops. When we have these type of systems, I got to say teraflops. I'm not going to talk about that on the Switch. You talk about 4.2 versus 1.8 for teraflops. Supposed to be an extra gig or so of RAM in there for something special that could help the operating system or something. I remember Sony saying. It's going to look better. But, and yes, somebody's going to write in the comments, but it's going to come better. You're going to get better games. It depends. It depends on the developer. If they don't have the time and the money, they're going to create a patch that's going to give you probably 4K, HDR, and that's it. Because the game, every single game must run on the PlayStation 4. Period. Until Sony decides to take that away, and that will kill them and hurt them majorly, because then you'd have two types of systems, two types of games, and they're not going to do that. They're just not. I'm starting to feel like this. I know Cyrus is getting him a PS4. He wanted to get back in, and they told you if you don't have a PlayStation 4, then yes, the extra $100 for a 4.2 teraflop system, 4K HDR upscaling. Though you don't have Blu-ray, very stupid choice on their part. Oh, die, you damn zombies. Then it's great. But if you already have one, even with a 4K TV, they said it's still like, okay, do you just want to see 4K? They don't see it yet, and I think it's going to be, well, yeah, 6 to 8 months from now, we're going to see, this system. Okay, wow, they really do have games that really make sense. They have games that really do, like high, and all the new Call of Duty is going to have a 10 gig patch or some shit, which they make a lot of money. They can spend it, and they're going to have a native 4K version. It's going to have all these HDR. Yes, some of them will, but what if you're like me and a lot of people just don't get into those big Battlefield and Call of Duty games? Some of your games are from a little smaller companies, and they don't make the games look that good. What about them? I don't know. I'm thinking that, again, I always thought that these mid-cycle upgrades were stupid. I still think they're stupid. I think deep down it's going to get to the point where, and think about this, the games run on both systems. It's like, okay, do you want the pretty version or do you want the normal version? People are going to go to a store and say, why, might as well just destroy these. They're fucking killing everything. They're going to ask, can I play? Oh, damn it. They're going to ask, what is this PS4 Pro going to do? It's going to make it look better with 4K. Okay, I don't have 4K. Then don't buy it. Well, I have 4K, but I don't have HDR. Well, you may not want to buy it. Well, I just don't care. What about the games? What do they run? Oh, they'll run on both. They'll run on both. That's the thing about it. If it's just prettier, is it really going to sell? And that goes for the Scorpio. I think both are a stupid idea. I don't think they think what they're doing. When they said, we're going to make sure they run on both. If you're going to do a mid-cycle upgrade, put up or shut up. That's what I kind of always said. So, what do you think about the PS4 Pro? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it's going to be not so good? Are you getting one? Do you care? And if you're getting one, what do you expect to get out of it realistically? Do you think you're going to get a lot of AAA games, or games that really have full patches for the games, or are you going to get just upscale? So, I appreciate everybody watching. All the information is below if you want to share, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody later. PKO Gamer, out.